Most of the world was fed up with everything that was going on the court. They're fed up with the refs. They're fed up with the physicality getting to a point where players can get injured. And a lot of people were like, you know what? Finally, there's an enforcer on the court. And her jersey completely sold out overnight. And this was something that I predicted. I actually put up a TikTok right after the game and I said Sophie Cunningham's jersey is going to sell out. When I woke up the next day, I checked the website and it was indeed sold out. And there was also this tweet from Front Office Sports. The Pacers and Fever are dealing with such high demand for their merch that their team store is temporarily limiting its online offerings. They said it's impossible to prepare for something like this. We've been getting 1,000 orders per night. And this is just another instance that proves how loyal the Indiana Fever fans are. They sell out arenas, they run up the viewership anytime the Fever is on television, and they put their money where their mouth is.
Sophie Cunningham didn't just sell out merchandise, she sold out the narrative. One day, you're walking into a game wearing a shirt that barely cost lunch money. The next, you've accidentally turned into the WNBA's hottest marketing weapon. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is sitting there refreshing her online store like it's going to magically turn into a Sophie-style success story. This isn't just about jerseys or t-shirts, it's about how one player went viral without trying, while another keeps trying without going viral. And it's making the entire league rethink what actually moves fans to open their wallets. The moment Sophie's merchandise disappeared from the Fever store, it wasn't just a sales win, it was a cultural moment. Social feeds lit up with photos, memes, and captions about the shirt heard around the league. This wasn't a buzzer beater or a highlight dunk. It was a reminder that fans don't just buy what you wear, they buy who you are. Sophie's authenticity hit like a half-court shot nobody saw coming. The league, which has spent millions trying to engineer viral moments, got outperformed by a $20 tee and a smirk. And the best part? Sophie didn't need a flashy campaign, carefully staged TikTok, or drama-fueled rivalry to pull it off. She just existed. That alone flipped the WNBA's marketing boardroom upside down. Now players, execs, and even brands are wondering how one laid-back moment turned into the biggest sales surge of the season. While Sophie's merch vanished from shelves like concert tickets for a Beyoncé tour, Angel Reese's gear stayed neatly folded, gathering more dust than dollar bills. For someone who's built her image on being the face of WNBA drama, this moment felt like a brick to the ego. Reese has the social presence, the interviews, the controversial headlines, but not the same fan conversion. She's used to being the conversation starter, the one everyone's either praising or dragging online. But watching Sophie's sales spike without a drop of manufactured beef? That had to sting. It wasn't that fans suddenly disliked Angel. It's that they were seeing someone else win the game without playing the same exhausting, clout-chasing playbook. For once, the attention and the money went to someone not auditioning for reality TV and sneakers. That's a whole new kind of scoreboard Angel wasn't ready for. It started small. One shirt, one pre-game walk-in, and a whole lot of confidence. Sophie wasn't pushing a brand. She wasn't collabing with influencers. And she wasn't on some pre-approved marketing schedule. She was just Sophie, walking into the arena with the kind of energy that says, I'm here to hoop, not audition. And that's exactly why it hit. Fans are starved for real moments in a league drowning in choreographed personality. The photo hit Twitter, then Instagram, then TikTok. And before the WNBA knew it, Sophie had unintentionally run the most successful merch campaign of the season. Arby's leaned in, sports pages couldn't shut up about it, and the Fever's store couldn't restock fast enough. The viral magic wasn't in the shirt, it was in the player wearing it. Sophie sold more than fabric. She sold the idea that authenticity is still the best brand in sports.
From your perspective, just what you saw in that play, how you interpreted what happened.
Basketball play, Rex got it right.
The Sophie versus Angel merch situation isn't just about two players, it's a mirror for the WNBA's marketing flaws. For years, the league has invested in pre-packaged personalities, expecting fans to fall in love with curated social media aesthetics instead of actual connection. Sophie blew that strategy to pieces in 1 week. No marketing blitz, no contrived rivalry, just a relatable player being herself. Meanwhile, Angel, one of the league's most polarizing stars, is seeing firsthand that noise doesn't equal loyalty. If fans don't believe it, they won't buy it. And that's the uncomfortable truth here. The league has been betting on personalities that look good in ads but don't translate to the checkout page. Sophie proved that a little realness can do what months of PR spin can't: make people feel like they're part of something worth supporting with their own money. Before the shirts, Sophie was already carving out a place in WNBA fans' hearts. She wasn't just Caitlin Clark's teammate, She was the one who had her back when things got chippy, the one not afraid to take a hard foul to send a message. That kind of grit doesn't show up on a stat sheet, but fans remember it. The hot girls eat Arby's moment was just the gasoline on an already burning fire of fan loyalty. It told people she wasn't there for the cameras. She was there to be herself, unapologetically. And that, in turn, made her merch more than just fabric. It became a badge of honor for fans who saw in Sophie what they wished the league had more of. A player who lets her game and her personality speak without ever feeling like she's trying too hard. The rise felt inevitable and unstoppable.
WNBA is not the hottest basketball thing that's going on right now, and it's not just because of Caitlin Clark. All those girls deserve credit. Caitlin may be the face of it, but there's a bunch of girls, and yes, Angel Reese is a part of that. She is just trademarked the phrase "me bam."
Me bam.
Okay, we can troll her all she wants. Angel, continue to develop your game, lady. Continue it. We want you to be the Magic to the Bird. We want you to do that. Help the WNBA grow. I was a staunch advocate for women's mixed martial arts 10 years ago when it was starting to blow up. I will be a staunch advocate for the WNBA. Get out of the red. Get into the black. Start putting these things together. And yes, when the collective bargaining agreement comes up, get better referees, because the referees are freaking terrible right now.
Angel Reese has mastered the art of staying in the headlines, whether it's post-game interviews dripping with shade, flashy social media posts, or leaning into public rivalries. That playbook has worked, until Sophie Cunningham came along and proved you don't need theatrics to win over fans. Sophie's approach is the opposite. Zero pretense, no PR-crafted drama, just showing up and being unapologetically herself. And the result? Fans are flocking to her in droves, spending money without feeling like they're being marketed to. That's the difference. Angel's strategy feels like an audition. Sophie's feels like an invitation. One makes you watch, the other makes you join in. This moment is more than merch, it's a reality check. You can only ride the clout wave so long before someone with genuine connections surfs right past you and leaves you wondering how the current shifted without warning. It sounds ridiculous on paper, a fast food slogan outshining years of league-orchestrated storylines. But Sophie's Hot Girls Eat Arby's shirt didn't just sell because of Arby's. It sold because it was organic. No filters, no committee approval. Just a real player doing something funny and relatable. Compare that to the staged rivalries and Instagram side-eyes the league pushes. Fans can spot forced drama from a mile away, and they're tired of it. Sophie's shirt became a rallying point for people who want their sports stars to feel like humans, not reality show contestants. The roast beef was just the hook. The authenticity was the bait that fans couldn't resist. It's proof that, in 2025, the real currency in sports isn't viral beef. It's a moment that feels so unscripted you could swear it happened by accident, and that's exactly why it works. The minute Sophie's merch sold out, the social media undercurrent turned choppy. Players posted vague tweets about overnight fame and fans who don't know the game. Others went the subtweet route, tossing cryptic jabs without naming names. And then, there was Angel Reese, unusually quiet for someone who usually thrives in the middle of the conversation. That silence spoke volumes. The league's social ecosystem feeds on competition and personality clashes, but Sophie's rise didn't give anyone a clear opening to start beef. There was no scandal to latch onto, no clip to twist, just a wave of genuine fan enthusiasm. For players who rely on social media battles to stay relevant, that's frustrating, because how do you compete with someone who didn't even play the game you've been trying to win? You can't, at least not without admitting your strategy might be broken. Sophie's sold-out merch drop isn't just a feel-good player moment, it's a marketing case study in real time. It proves the WNBA doesn't need elaborate influencer-style campaigns to connect with fans. It needs moments that feel unplanned but carry personality. Sophie's viral rise shows that fans crave connection more than polished perfection. If the league is paying attention, it could mark a shift away from controlled narratives and toward amplifying players who are already resonating organically. The danger? If they ignore it, they'll keep pouring resources into scripted campaigns that flop while missing out on genuine fan-led momentum. Sophie's success is a flashing neon sign for the WNBA's branding department. Stop chasing what you think fans want and start feeding them what they actually respond to. The ones who embrace that change will win big. The ones who don't, they'll be watching from the merch clearance rack.
They ignored the fact that you got chartered flights because of this girl. They ignored the fact that ratings were going through the roof because of this girl. Instead, they resented it because they said, yo, we were doing stuff long before Caitlin Clark got here, and y'all wasn't paying attention then.
For Angel Reese, this isn't just a bad week in sales. It's a warning shot. Sophie's surge didn't happen because of luck, timing, or favoritism. It happened because fans saw something real and rallied behind it. That should terrify anyone whose brand depends on constant hype and controversy to stay relevant. Angel is a gifted player with a strong personality, but right now, her brand feels like it's built on sand. Without moments that feel authentic, the audience she's cultivated could drift toward players like Sophie, who give them both the entertainment and the relatability they crave. This isn't about choosing between skill and personality. It's about merging the two in a way that doesn't feel manufactured. If Angel can't adapt, she risks becoming the cautionary tale in a league that's suddenly realizing clout fades, but authenticity sticks around long after the cameras move on. Sophie didn't just sell a shirt, she sold a blueprint. Authenticity over artifice, connection over clout, and the fans have spoken with their wallets. If Angel Reese and the rest of the league don't adjust, they'll keep watching from the sidelines while Sophie keeps cashing in. Game over.